Sky is falling and bills are due. At least I'm stuck right here with you. Cause no amount of money in this world would suffice if you weren't right here by my side, whispering that we'll be alright. Cause even when the world gets dark, you always shine so bright. You are a light, and in my blindness you are my sight, and in my weakness you are my fight. Well, if I get to spend this quarantine with you, I'll be alright. Damn, these walls keep closing in. I miss my family and my friends. Hours feel like days and there is no end in sight. I long for things we used to do, but thank God I'm not missing you. Cause one thing that I learned is all I need in this life is you right by my side, whispering we're alright. And in this madness you are my cogency. You are my rock in this new uncertainty. Well, if I get to spend this quarantine with you, I'll be alright. Oh, I will be alright. Oh, oh, oh. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Poco no mirai wa darei ni.
Good morning. I was able to make it to the coffee pot, refill the cup, and get back before I had to go on camera here. It's just one of those days, man, where the coffee is just going down too smooth. And anyway, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening for all the different people, because this seems to be one of those time slots, honestly, that we have people from all across the world. It just seems to be like it's early for me because I live in Central Standard Time, so it's like 6:30. But that's like a normal time for me to be up to start my workday and stuff. But I know I've got people that watch me in London, and it's over there. It is like right around lunchtime, and so people are getting to sit down and have their lunch. I know that there are people like on the East Coast, it's 7:30, so they're starting their work day or traveling to work day, so it gives them something to listen to as they travel. Oh, and it is Gracio's birthday, so happy birthday, Gracie. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you're treated special because everybody should be treated special on their birthdays, I feel. Um, I know as I've gotten older, it is not about getting gifts or presents. It's just about getting to spend time with my friends and family, loved ones, things like that. And that's what I focus more on. And the same thing with the holidays, right? I don't care about getting lavish, extravagant gifts. All I care about is just primarily getting to spend time with my wife, my sons, um, family members, and so uh, anyway, special day for Gracie. So happy. I like to say, hope you have a very very happy day. Yes, exactly. Way more. The thing about it is when I was younger, gifts to me was a it was a signal or to me, this is how much someone cared about me, right? What was the gift or whatever, right? But then I learned the most precious thing that a person can give you ever is their time. Because time is not something that is renewable. It's not something that you'll ever get back. And so when you give somebody your time, you're giving them the most precious gift that you possibly could ever give them. And I don't know if enough people really truly realize that, you know. Um, so, and so I know that, I acknowledge that. And so I know that you guys giving me your time every morning from 7:30 Eastern Standard to 8:30 Eastern Standard, Monday through Friday. That's time that is special, and I appreciate that and I acknowledge that. Um, so anyway, I guess, I guess Purple thought she was being funny this morning, but she's not funny, and I'm gonna tell you why she's not funny with this one. Because we just went through snow, right? Um, a little snowstorm here. We like I said, we in excuse me, in this area here where I live, we got anywhere from like 8 to 11 inches of snow. I got about 8 inches here where I lived at. My mom got like 10 inches, 11 inches one there. My brother and his wife, they got right around 11 and a half inches of snow. It's crazy. We had kids that were stranded in school buses out on bus routes because they weren't able to get them home. There was kids stranded at schools. It was truly a catastrophic event for this area, right? People were stranded on the road. My wife got stranded. I had to go rescue her. And now guys are calling for this crap again this next week. But this time, rather than snow, it's worse because they're calling it ice. And they're saying that it's going to be a significant amount. Significant amounts of ice is not good for us. Snow is not good, but ice is really, I mean, it's like because what happens when ice hits is because I live in a very rural area, right? And the utility companies and stuff do the best that they can, right? But it is a never-ending job, right? And so, these power lines, if they get a lot of ice on them, then they'll snap and break, and then we lose power. Or trees will get iced on them, and they will snap and break. And so, depending on what happens next week, we may not have some coffee with Peepaw for a couple of mornings if we lose power around here. Ice is no bueno. It's no bueno for us, and we just are not about that. So, yeah, ha ha, Purple, you're real funny. Yeah, ha. I'm just messing with her. All right, guys. I know this is a bad looking photo. This is my buddy, Dead on Dave. I think I even seen him in the chat there this morning. Dead on Dave took a little bit of a tumble yesterday afternoon, and as you can see here, Dave jacked his knee up pretty bad. It's bad. It looked bad, right? It's horrible, and this is why we were not able to do a show last night, because Dave had to go to the ER and get that checked out, as he should have, right? Why I had to sit there and try to get him to do this, I don't know, but I'm glad he went. He got checked out. There's nothing. They did x-rays and stuff, but because of the trauma that the knee sustained, it was not something they could just say, okay, yes, this is it. They did tell him that his kneecap was a little bit loose and floaty in there. He does have to go and follow up with the VA. Keemstar is always showing his love and put he has an F and a gravestone. So, he's really wishing Dave the best. And so we appreciate that about that. Bring Dave in. He says he'll tell the tale real quick. Okie dokie. Okay. All right, hop on in. Wait, are you in? There you are.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hey, how you doing, Dave?
I'm all right.
So
not too bad.
Regardless,
now, don't act like you had to fucking put a gun to my head.
I
By the way,
kind of did.
No, you didn't. First off, you weren't the only one who was like, "Oh, Dave." Maybe I just the attention. Did you ever think of that?
I know you're attention whore. I know that, Dave, but still.
Enjoy the attention. No, look, it's complicated for me. It's not an easy thing for me to go to the fucking hospital. I know my body really well.
Sure.
And I know how x-rays work. I know how swelling works. I've come close. I've never broken any of my I've broken fingers, but I've never broken any of my major bones, but I've had a fuck ton of x-rays, and I know how this works. If you get an x-ray when you're all swelled the fuck up, they're going to tell you
Yep.
you need another X-ray.
Yep.
They can only see so much. The only thing that they were able to really make out of any significance is there might be trauma to my kneecap,
Yeah.
the patella, some meniscus stuff.
Yeah.
The bleeding, the red that you're seeing is not actual blood that's seeping out. It's actually blood from my meniscus.
Yeah.
It's seeping through. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But I'm moving fairly okay this morning.
Okay.
They gave me
That's
a
good.
brace. But you want to hear some fucked up shit?
Yes, always. That's what I want first thing in the morning. Fucked up shit.
They didn't clean it.
No, get out of here. Are you
They
serious?
didn't clean it. They didn't dress it. They didn't offer me pain medications. It was so fucking weird.
God,
So
that's
I
some
just went.
ghetto shit.
I just went. Well, this is fucking New Britain, motherfucker. So I just went into my Dave mode and I just started cracking jokes and just having the whole floor
Sure.
rolling. Because that was the only thing I could do. I'm dying in pain and I could barely move.
Yeah.
So they give me this crazy leg stabilizer thing.
Yep.
It's stupid. And this dumb fucking nurse comes on strapping it onto my kneecap. I'm like, I'm about to hit you. I hope you understand what's about to happen. You need to take that strap off my kneecap.
I have a
You
question.
take that strap off my kneecap. Yeah.
Is it one of those it's like a I don't know, it's cloth, but then has plastic rods on the side of it? And it's kind of about, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 foot long, and it has
Three
a
fucking foot long, goes into your groin all the way down your fucking toes. Yeah.
I had to wear one of those before. Those are a pain because they'll ride down on you.
I'm not wearing it.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing it. I'm moving fine. I'm gonna go get an ace bandage. I'm gonna stabilize.
Well,
I'm gonna call the VA, see when they can get me in. But I gotta be honest.
Okay.
It looks bad, but from a healing standpoint, it actually looks pretty good.
Okay.
I think I may have avoided. So, do you want to know what happened? Do the people in the chat who hit the like button want to know what happened?
Because that was one part of the story I never got, was what actually happened to cause this event.
Well, I'm a retard, essentially. I'm a fucking retard. So I'm cleaning up the shop, right? So a bunch of shit happened yesterday. We were going to go to Rhode Island to start the liquidations. We're going to start buying pallets and stuff over at Pawn Nation and start that journey, which is really great. I'm very excited. But the morning got off to a rough start. Unfortunately, Jimmy's family's cat, the one that, for him and his families, they had to put it down. It passed away. So it just kind of threw the morning in the flux. They ended up going right up to Rhode Island after that. They bought a whole bunch of mystery boxes from Amazon. So I'm getting the shop ready, right? Yeah. And I'm just cleaning up around and shit. And I set up the back. And I put all the stuff that we don't need anymore. I put it in the back. And I got this big fuck off leaf bag for a back of a lawnmower or something.
Sure.
And I put it against the door. Don't think about it again. I see about 2 hours later, I see Jimmy start pulling up in the back. And like an excited fucking dog, I run over there. And not remembering that I put this fucking thing there, I hooked myself. My back of my calf got hooked on it because I see I got a really bad gouge in the back of my calf. It's from that. It tripped me, and because it took my leg out from under me and hit my other leg, and then I just went full flat down onto a thinly padded concrete floor, a very, very thin carpet. And I just went right full 220 pounds of hard dick Dave meat right on that patella, right onto a point. And I thought it was just a rug burn. If you go and you look at the first picture. Yeah, it took half my fucking leg off, but it looked like a really nasty rug burn. I'm like, all right, I'm fine. Yeah, everything's fine. And then I just went home. After 2-3 hours later, because it happened around 3, we left at 6. I was walking bad, but I was walking, I had my pants on, so I couldn't, I pulled them up earlier, but it hurt because I thought it was a rug burn. So I wasn't pulling them up again. Right. Yeah. I even turn a ride home down because I only live 2 blocks away, not even 2 blocks. I could see my house from my work. So I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'll be, in fact, it's probably good. Let me tell you. The second they pulled away, I was like, ooh, that was a mistake. I should have took that ride because that hurt. It hurt walking home. It hurt walking up the stair. Well, I didn't walk up the 3 stairs to the elevator. That hurt. The hallway hurt. It all hurt.
Yeah.
I take my fucking pants off, right? I get into my my pajama jams. I look down and I'm like, it was it was horrific, peepers.
Yeah.
It is like a softball in my fucking knee. I was like, that's not how you looked 2 hours ago. What the fuck is going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. That
And
first. Mm.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
That no, that first those first that you sent that little video and I was like, holy shit. Because it was like 2 to 3 times the size of your other knee. I was like, God
Yeah.
dang, you know? So
Yeah, it was fucked up. But
but
I'm neurotic and I get
yeah,
worried about stuff. So I was
sure.
like, all right, should I do this? What should I do?
Yeah.
Should I go to the doctors? Then I started thinking about Matt Pitt and origin
Yes.
stories of
Yes.
amputees and all
Yes.
kinds of fucking stuff. I'm like, you know what? This might have to be drained. I know it's fucked up, but
Yeah.
it's true. I got a fucking amputee in the fucking building as well. A couple of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that shit. I ain't trying to lose this bitch. So
Well, the
I decided to
swelling,
go in.
yeah, the swelling definitely looks like it has went down dramatically from last night. So that's good.
Yeah, I would say it's still
Yeah.
about twice, 2.5 times the size of my other knee, but it's gone down a lot. Yeah, it just is what it is. They all told me I did the right thing. Like
yes.
I asked every doctor, I'm like, be honest with me, should I have just kind of band up and just elevated, iced, and wrapped, compression and
Yeah.
just do the thing? He's like, no, you did the right thing. You just
Sure.
with some of this bleeding, if you dug deep enough and it gets into your bloodstream, that's fucking sepsis.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
like, nah, so you got to be very careful with that. Bruises can fucking really screw you up, It's fucked up. Our bodies can really mess us up from the inside if we're not careful. So with all that in mind, I decided to go. It only took like 20 minutes to convince me, cock. And the only reason why I needed to be convinced is because of what I had to do to make it happen.
I understand.
Because
There
I
was
had to
some
fucking
obstacles.
ask an ass. I had to ask an ass, man. That's shit.
I understand. You need to get some. You need to get some. You need to get some buddies around you that's not like ex-girlfriends, dude.
I know, right? It was fucking terrible. Well, I met some new Connecticutans, is all I'm gonna say.
There you go.
I'll say it more down the line, but I've met some new Connecticutans.
Right. But no, I mean, they're exactly right. I mean, you could have. I've blown out both my knees. I've broken bones. I've done all kinds of crazy stuff, doing stupid, just mundane, taking trash out one night. I broke a foot taking the trash out.
See, but you're old, and I don't want to admit that this is
but
an
I
old.
was your age,
I don't.
Dave.
Oh, well,
This was
okay.
years
Yeah, that's
ago.
not old. Yeah, I know.
No.
I'm not old. Yeah, I know.
So
I'm not
no,
old.
I was just kind of concerned about you because the pictures looked horrible.
I was gonna do a show.
Yeah, I know, and
I was really gonna do a show last night. I was like, this would be funny. It'd be
Now,
hilarious.
Yeah,
This
what
would
we
be a
can make
great
fun of
gag.
it, laugh tonight. Now we know everything's kind of good. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I'm gonna poke it. I'm gonna poke
I
it with a
think
stick.
I do hope you got like some sort of like antibiotic ointments or something you can put
They
on
gave
those.
me nothing.
Well, okay, go to your
They
damn.
gave me nothing. They prescribed me nothing. They
Okay.
recommended nothing.
All
They
right,
did
so
nothing. They
let me
shot
go
me
in,
with
let me go
X-rays
into
and let me go.
to dad mode who raise kids who are always escaping
I
knees.
know what to get.
Okay, then just go to your damn pharmacy, local pharmacy, and get you some, dude.
Yes, Daddy. Don't worry. I'll take
as-
care of all the
and as
scripts
far
and
as-
scrapes.
And as far as pain management, dude, you've got some of
Yeah,
the best
Daddy.
pain management you can have, right?
Yeah, I be smoking that devil's
There you
red
go.
eye. It's the one that you don't tell Mima about, the ones that you grow underneath the shed with your special mushrooms.
Exactly.
I'm smoking that right now, but I didn't eat your mushrooms because last time I did that, you punished me for 3 weeks. 3
Oh,
weeks. You
Lord.
put me in a closet. You remember that, Dad?
Yeah, and that was
That
you
was
still got out
fucked
too
up.
early. You still got
I
out
didn't
too
get
early.
too early, but I always found a way out of that closet. All right,
But-
people, enjoy your show.
All right, but no, I am glad you're feeling better this morning, buddy. I really and truly I am.
I didn't let it get me down. I was really worried because I was bedridden for 3 years. Blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. We know this.
Yeah.
When I fall, this is bad. It's never every time I fall and something catastrophic has happened. And
Yeah.
the first thing I go to is I'm not going back in that bed. So I'm
Yeah.
going to work.
Yes.
I'm going to work. I'm going to go to work. I'm probably not going to end up doing the whole day. I am hurting. I'm not an idiot, but I got to open at the very least. I'll talk to
Sure.
Jimmy. I'll tell him what happened. we'll set something up. The kids are around. One of them will come up and tag me out in the afternoon. They're really good about that. I'll come home and I'll rest and then work a small day tomorrow. Then I'm off for 2 days.
Yeah.
So it'll be all groovy and cartoon movies. So I can't let it get me down. That's why I'm being extra little funny about it.
And
how's your medulla oblongata? Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Strong.
The thing that, too, and I know this sucks doing it, but if you can kind of keep it as mobile as far as like flexing and bending to keep the stiffness and soreness out of it, that will help too, honestly, in the long run.
Hey, Peepaw.
Yeah, man.
You said stiff.
Yeah, not that kind of
You
stiff.
said stiff. By the way, Nick, I'll take an Oxycontin and I'll shove it up your dick hole. All right? Ugh. I didn't want fucking. I don't take pills, man.
No.
But it would be nice to be like, hey, have some free fucking fat daddy. Whatchamacallit? Naproxen.
Yeah.
Some fucking ibuprofen. It would be nice to get some free ones at Dems.
Ibuprofen would have been probably good. Something
Would've
like that,
been
just to kind of help
fantastic.
with the swelling. But
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, but again, the almighty reefer is also a natural anti-inflammatory. So with that in mind, I'm gonna go rip another bowl.
All right.
People, dude, you have a great show. I want all those wonderful. What do you call in your viewers?
Just my viewers.
Oh nuts.
I don't have no. I have.
His coffee and hoe nuts.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, you guys are a bunch of hoe nuts.
Hoe nuts. I don't have any. I don't know. I've never really subscribed to that whole. Like you got the mush puffs. I've just never. I've never come.
You got to call them something. Listen. If you don't call them something, they're going to end up calling themselves something.
The Rivers. No, I don't think I'm gonna call them the Rivers, Nick. I don't think so. No.
What the doesn't even make sense.
No.
Stupid.
I may just call them my family. That's what I made.
No, that's dumb. Family asks for money. There's a lot of problems with calling people your family.
Just because they ask don't mean they get it.
I don't. You're opening yourself up to annoyance level fuck factor 5. I don't know what the hell you're thinking, but as always, I'm here to help you.
That our Purple Paw Print says call them the Breakfast Club.
Are you trying to get fucking sued? And I would talk about John Hughes. There's an active radio show today called The Breakfast Club. That's very famous, although I hate most everybody on that cast. But you can't call them The Breakfast Club. What's wrong with you people? You ain't getting people sued. Let's get creative. He's old. There's Morning Metamucil. That would be the name of the show. But we got to call you guys something. That's what we're trying. You can't call all of you Breakfast Club. You got to call Kimby, hi, Breakfast Club. And then Grace comes in, hi, Breakfast Club. No, you got to call everybody something.
I'll put some thought to it, and maybe I'll put
Dingleberries?
No, not the dingleberries.
Yeah, they're your dingleberries.
No, they're not.
I think it should be your hoe nuts. Coffee and hoe nuts. It makes sense. You got to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, possibly. We'll see.
All right. Have a great morning, people.
Buddy.
Hit that like button, guys. You got free Dave this morning. Some free fucking unfiltered Dave. Snort it up. Hit the like button. Sorry, people. What were we saying?
No, I hope you have a great day, and I hope your knee doesn't bother you too much, man. I really do.
It's going to. And Kim, you should be so fucking lucky. Have a good morning, everybody. See you later,
Take
peeps.
care, buddy. Love you, man. And
I love you too.
And that was Dead on Dave, guys. That's my buddy. That's my number one guy. I think the world of him. I really do. He's just a sweetheart. He really is. So, and I was glad to get the little update this morning, and was glad to see that his knee was not quite as bad. And I do hope it's not too traumatic, because he doesn't need any setbacks. I'll just let go of that. All right. So this next story is kind of, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit ego stroking. I don't know. Maybe it is. If it is, fine. It is fine. Yesterday we watched a little short, and they were talking about these hot dogs, right? The Chicago, or was it? No, it wasn't Chicago. What do they call them things? What was them? Anyway, doesn't matter. So I just asked everybody what was, since we had the spirited discussion yesterday morning about, I said, name your, toppings, right? And so I said, mustard and chili. That's my go-to, right? And if you got to have a third, like a little shredded cheese on it, or maybe even some onions, something like that, right? Okay. So some of y'all came in here and, like, for example, Dorkachu says ketchup and mustard. Now, let me just say this, right? I kind of poo-pooed on the people that put ketchup on like the hot dogs, hamburgers, things like that, right? Ketchup is not a condiment that I use. I put it on top of my meatloaf because I like it on it. Occasionally, very rarely, I'll put a little on top of my French fries. Most of the time, I don't even really eat French fries anymore. But if I do eat a French fry, I like it real simple. A little bit of fresh ground pepper, a little bit of salt on them. That's it, right? I don't put. I'm just not a big, ketchup type of person. Now, my wife, she likes ketchup on her hot dogs. She likes ketchup on her hamburgers. She is a ketchup user. So I'm not opposed to people. It's just not for me, right? And I just kind of like dunking a little bit on you ketchup people. But anyway, the bottom line with a hot dog is this, right? A hot dog is really it's I don't care. It's a canvas. You can put whatever you want on the hot dog, right? The important thing is to make sure you have a really good canvas to start with, right? Get you a good, turkey frank if you like, with the turkey dogs, or a good all beef frank, which is what I personally prefer. Just get you a good quality one and a good quality bun and just go to town. Like we have people want ketchup and mustard. All right. Chris Davina says she's just a mustard, maybe a little bit of chili. D Max says chili dogs with mustard and ketchup. Okay. Uh, Joey, he's just an animal. He wants them raw dogged. He wants nothing on them. Zero, he likes them with mayonnaise and sauerkraut. That is new. I do like a little sauerkraut on my hot dogs occasionally. That's fine. But again, I just want mustard. Squatchin by far probably had the one that was the most interesting to me and probably actually something I would like to try. She said, she cut little slits down the sides and then marinate them for about an hour and half an hour and then slather them with barbecue sauce. I don't know what she's marinating them with, but anyway, Blep says that they like it with mayonnaise with some crunchy onions. Um, Marsh says just nothing, wants them plain. Jardosaur wants ketchup and mustard. Brumasol was just mayo and ketchup, mustard and sauerkraut. Was from plants. The Gaming Witch is ketchup and onions. Ren says sriracha, which is cool. I've never had it with sriracha, but I do like a little spice, so that might be cool. Let's see here. Latchkey Goth Boy says chili with some Frito Lays. Yep. Chili and cheese, ketchup and mustard. And so anyway, you see, this kind of went on and on and on and on and on here. And I thought it was kind of cool how everybody just kind of came out and we kind of discussed, the different kinds of ways we liked hot dog. And so I thought, that was kind of cool. And I liked how you guys were all polite about it. And, you didn't get too rambunctious about it and so forth. I just want to put out something. I want to correct a misstatement that was put out by one Joey Westside. Joey Westside put out that I hate him, and I don't. But it's okay. But it's only on days that end with Y, Joey. Okay, so you've got that. So there's a little bit in there, right? No, I like Joey. Joey's a good guy. He's funny. He cracks me up. So anyway, did we talk about the police officer that was having like orgies and stuff with her coworkers, and like I guess they were all like having like, I don't know, sex parties and things like that, right? We talked about that, right? Didn't we? And then she wound up getting fired. Her and like it's like 5, I think, other law enforcement officers with her. There's that little town over there in Tennessee, right? Well, we've got an update, guys. Yeah. What's the natural thing, right? So the former Tennessee cop who was fired for having all sorts of sex with her coworkers, this is coming from the Daily Loud, by the way, was offered $10,000 to do a couple of shows at a Nashville strip club or adult entertainment, right? Oh no, Amber Lily, did you see the scandal you're in on the Hen House podcast? No, Wimberly, I did not know I was in a scandal. How could I be? How could I be in a scandal? What have I done? I'll have to look into that after the show, Ember, and I will address it. I will address it. I will address it because I'm wholesome. I could not be. I could not be in a scandal. I don't think. Well, I'm a daddy. Whoa, 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 Kim. I am a father. I've got 2 sons, but I'm not. I am too old to be anybody else's daddy. Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Good night. But anyway, she's been offered $10,000 to do a couple of shows at some strip clubs, and so I guess, hey, get on it. It's all I can say, girl. Get that bag, right? So, so into the meat and potatoes while we got the thumbnail, right? So, Dextro is reporting that KSI and Logan Paul will make YouTube history as Prime Hydration is going to be getting a Super Bowl commercial. So we got a little 30-second little spot here so let's just take a watch and see what happens.
Logan Paul and KSI aren't messing around. Prime Hydration, co-owned by YouTubers KSI and Logan Paul, has taken over the world. In his first year alone, Prime has made $250 million in retail sales. 100 million bottles have been sold. And it seems that this hype train isn't putting on the brakes anytime soon.
Also, some breaking news. Prime will be getting its own Super Bowl commercial. The first ever YouTuber Super Bowl commercial for a product that KSI and I created.
Man. Well, I guess love them, hate them, despise them. That's a big accomplishment, right? I'm Cooter Pot Pie's dad. We have evidence, y'all. Oh, good gracious sakes alive. I'm pretty sure I'm not Cooter Pot Pie's daddy. I don't think. Oh, good Lord. This is going to be great. I can already tell. This is all right. So Paul's going to have his first scandal. I love it because I'm of the mindset that any and all news is opportunity for growth. So, so anyway, we'll look into that, and we'll have to look into how I'm Cooter Pot Pie. Listen, some of the money that I've seen Cooter Pot Pie thrown around, if I'm his daddy, then he can come throw some money towards me and help promote this philanthropic, whatever the hell it is I'm doing over here to help people. So I guarantee you that right now. But anyway, congratulations to Logan Paul and KSI. I mean, I know that both of them have got, even Logan Paul's got some really, some crazy stuff going on right now with that crypto zoo stuff. He he flat out, got exposed by CoffeeZilla, and but he eventually, he kind of kicked and screamed and kind of like a sport little kid, denied whatever, but then came around and said, yeah, and is taking ownership for it, kind of, sort of, kind of trying, I think, maybe do the right thing. I don't know, according to to some people that know a little bit more about crypto crap and all that stuff. The money that he has put out there for people, I guess, is not as good. Philanthropic. Yeah. Well, the P word. Okay. The P word. We'll just call it the P word because people can't say it. Anyway. So, now my brains went crazy on me. Anyway, so on with the story. with our stuff. Okay, so this tweet started making its rounds yesterday, right? And this guy here, Mini Wheat Duo, okay, who I don't, it says number one Archaea player in America, baby. Also 50 extremes on mobile on Cube Game. Okay. He puts out this tweet, says a video older than Meet Me at the Zoo has been found on YouTube. Holy crap, right? So this is the YouTube video, and it originally came out, and this was supposedly the oldest video on YouTube. Came out April 23rd of 2005 and has like 13 million likes and has been viewed over 100,000, 253 million times, right? All right. Well, he says this one here shows that it came out in April 6th, 2005. It's put out by a YouTube channel by the name of N, and it says, welcome to YouTube. Okay. So this is, and here was a link to the video right here, right? So when you open this up and you look at it here, right? But you can see right here, this only was a day ago, right? This video here, there's a little 1 minute, 21 second video that was put out by this person by the name of Romaning that they explain how it's a fake. And what they do is if you go in here and you look at the about on this channel here, it says here that this channel was joined September 5th, 2005, right? So if they joined September, how did they make something in April, which was prior to the date that the channel was created, right? So that's the telltale there that, you know, there's not only that, but if you, this here, of course, I can't play it because it's playing Van Halen's Jump, which will cause me to get claimed. And I already had a problem with that already on yesterday's. Anyway, but I think this is more or less just kind of like a social experiment, a marketing thing, if you will, to get people to subscribe to the channel. And you can see here, this thing has gotten 370,000 views in one day. But it's all a bunch of brouhaha. But they got the tipster. So even tipster, got Squatches says, I can't remember what my scream name was back in 06. A friend of mine tried to get me to be one of them reply girls or whatever. Really, Squatching, you were going to be one of those reply girls? Ooh, Squatching, telling on herself. Ooh, no, it's okay, Rachel. I just had to clip out one little section about, the cat, where the cat was on the snow shovel, and is pushing it in the snow. Yeah, it was had a song on there by what was the guy's name? He's an old Perry Como got me. Yeah, what's a reply girl? Yeah, what's a reply girl? I don't know. Ask Squatching. She's one telling off on herself here, for crying out loud. Let's see. But anyway, I just want to let you guys see that that wasn't true. So hopefully you guys saw that. Hang on here. Whoa. Yes, like it. Peepaw owes back child support on little Cooter. No. No, we're going to have to go on Mari, and we're going to have to see what Dana says. Because Dana tells the truth. And I'm thinking Cooter may be being just a little bit fibby here. I think he may be just telling a little bit of a fibby. So, but we'll have to see what the accusations and claims are on this. That's right. We'll get Mari up in here. right? I ain't afraid to go talk to Mari. We'll get Dana. Dana tells all, always. So this was shared with me. This here is Judge Frank Caprio. Now, Judge Caprio, this is a little TikTok that was made. And this is a show. Let's see, where's it at here? Yeah, there's a YouTube channel, and it's called Caught in Providence. Okay. I was aware of this channel. I've watched some of the content on here, and it's very entertaining. It is actual court cases that are from Providence, Rhode Island, and it's traffic court. And this judge, Judge Frank Caprio, he's like 80 years old, right? He's a sweetheart. He's an absolute sweetheart. But anyway, he has people who come before him with, and it's people from all walks of life. You have old people, you have young people, you have people who are down and out, and some of the stories that they tell you, I kind of get sometimes maybe they may be just exaggerating a smidgen, trying to play, because the guy has a reputation of having a heart of gold, right? And so anyway, and he has a reputation of being very fair dealing, square with people, right? He wants them to be acknowledged and accountable for, bad actions, bad deeds, but he doesn't want it to be where it is completely and totally just life ending for him, right? In debt. Because a lot of times, if you don't take care of your responsibilities as a car owner, right? You have to have them licensed. You have to operate them in a safe and efficient manner to where you're not out here speeding or causing, mayhem in the streets. And, but anyway, he had this young girl come before him in this video here, this little TikTok video. Now, the video is 5 minutes and 42 seconds long, and we're not going to watch all of it. But anyway, we're going to watch part of it. I'm going to kind of cut around, jump around in the video, whatever. So let's just kind of watch this, and you'll kind of get a good idea. But if you haven't checked this guy out, his YouTube channel, go check it out. It's called Caught in Rhode Island, or Caught in Providence, rather.
You cold?
No.
I see you doing this. It's 70 degrees out.
Because it's my first time here. I get nervous when it comes to
You get nervous when you come to court?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Oh, this is your first time in court? Oh.
Yeah.
So far, how you doing? Okay? So far?
Yeah.
Oh, I think today is overnight parking day, Inspector Quinn. Yanel has 4 overnight parking tickets, all at the same location. So what do you want to tell me about these,
I just want to know if I'm able to pay in October, because I start my job on October 5th, and my car isn't registered, so I wasn't able to get the permit sticker yet, because my car gets registered in November.
What do you do for work? Are you working?
No, not yet. I'm going to be working at Santander's on October 5th.
And what did you do? What was your last job?
Walmart.
You worked at Walmart. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. You're in sales. Are you a good salesperson?
Yeah.
You're going to work at a bank now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
At Santana?
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to be what? You're going to be chief operating officer? What are you going to do?
Customer service, taking
See, she's
calls.
got a good person. All of a sudden, we got to smile, Inspector.
There you go. Yeah.
Like, what
I'm gonna
type?
smile a little more and give me the keys to the vault.
This guy here, this guy cracks me up. I can't remember what his name is, but he's like the prosecuting attorney. He stands, and these guys kind of do a routine back and forth. It's almost like what do you call it? Kind of like I don't know, like a straight man and funny man stuff. It's funny. These guys are great together.
Let's work on that one.
They're just I love them. So
All right. These overnight parking tickets, is this because you did not have a parking spot?
yeah. So I guess you
mean,
got to have a
an
parking
area
spot
where you
up there,
live?
huh? Pay for them.
Yeah, it's very full, so it's I have to park outside on the streets.
Do you have a parking spot now?
No, once I get my car registered, I'm going to get the sticker for it.
Yeah.
The fines are $200 now because they all tripled. And I'm going to fine you $20. I'm going to fine you for one of these tickets.
Okay. Well, that's
And-
nice.
I'm going to give you all the time you need to pay it. Like, who do you live with? You live with your parents? You live alone? You live with
It's just me and my daughter. We rent a
your
place.
daughter?
See, what is she? She's kind of, okay, I don't want to be judgy. I don't want to be that guy here, right? But y'all, does she not look like she's kind of young to be a parent? I mean, and by herself,
You have
she's
a
like
young
a
daughter?
single parent.
How old is
Man.
she?
10 months.
10
Oh, 10 months.
months. It's just you and she?
Oh,
Yeah.
this girl has,
Okay,
girl
what's her
has,
name?
God, this girl's gonna have such a rough road against, life is so tough, guys. It's, even if you're, I didn't have kids until I was like 25. And even then, I didn't have a clue. I had zero clue what I was getting myself into. I got married when I was like, no, that's not right. I wasn't 25. I got married when I was 25. I had kids when I was 27. Yeah. And I just, even then, I didn't have a clue. I had no idea. This girl looks like she's maybe, 19, 20-ish, maybe 21, maybe. Oh, you poor thing.
Camila.
Camille, that's a beautiful
Well,
name.
we can't let you pay $20 because then, I don't know. Maybe when you go home tonight, you need some food for the baby, and if you pay $20 here, maybe you won't be able to afford the food, so I'm not gonna do that.
Mm,
We have to take the baby into consideration, Inspector Quinn.
yeah.
And right now, she's like between a rock and a hard place. She
Yeah.
wants to buy the parking pass, and she can't because the registry isn't accommodating those right now,
Yeah.
right? And she's looking,
See, and that's why some of these laws, right? Some of these laws, they I understand I understand we gotta have these laws, right? And you gotta have things in place for these people, because we gotta have an ordered society. I get all this stuff, right? But it's like sometimes these laws are very punitive, and you know, it's like you gotta have a vehicle, right, to be able to get to your jobs. Well, then you got to be able to license the vehicles, and then that takes money. And you got to pay property tax on the vehicles, and those takes money. And you got to have gas to operate the vehicles, and you got to have money to maintain the vehicles. Well, then you got to have a place to live. And it sounds like here they got to have pay for parking, so you have a parking permit so you can even park. That's why I swear I don't know. I don't understand. I honestly and truly, I don't understand sometimes how young people make it. I know my sons, um, they struggle, and they're having to live with roommates, and that in itself can become so contentious, especially if you have roommates that don't have the same, you know, like if they don't pick up after themselves, and they don't clean, and they don't. And so then, and if you're a more organized, tidy, clean person, and they're leaving their sinks and dishes in the sink all the time. So it's just, I don't know, man. My heart goes out to these young people. It really does. It really does. Good night.
to do that, and she doesn't have a job, and she's got a little baby. So,
And I can't take care of a 10-month-old, Judge. I know I
I'm
can't
with
do
him.
that,
I couldn't take with a 10-month-old right now. Good Lord.
but there are a whole bunch of things.
I have the financial means to take care of a 10-month-old. I just don't have the energy, I don't think, to chase after a 10-month-old. Oh, Lord. And I want grandkids, right? I want grandkids. I do. But I'm like, am I going to be able to keep up with them? Because it's like right now, okay, so my son comes home, my youngest one, he's got a dog. And he'll come home for a visit for a weekend, and he brings his dog home with him, Bella, and she's just a ball of energy. She just go, 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 go. And she just wears me out. She does. And I'm just the energy and the movement and constantly going all the time. And that's a puppo. That's just a puppy dog. And if you've got a grandkid, it's like you got to be up making sure they're not, I don't know, sticking forks in the outlets and pulling things down on their heads. And oh, good Lord. No, we don't. Listen. Yeah, Kim, exactly right. I grew up. Okay, my oldest is 24, and my youngest is 23. So no, they're not ready for grandkids. They are not ready. I'm ready, but they're not ready. So maybe in another 5 years or so, because by then I'm gonna be retired, and so I'll be ready. I think more in place for that. Yeah. Anyway, and I honestly, I've got to look in to this whole cooter pot pie and story. I've got to get on that and find out what that's all about, because y'all are tripping in this chat this morning. Oh Lord, let's listen to some more of this.
Things you can do. So what is it? You're completely broke?
Yeah.
You are completely broke? Is that it? You have nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah, your story really touches me, okay? So, I mean, you only have one child? Yeah. Well, I guess you have a lot of challenges being a single mom, right?
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge?
Taking care of the baby alone at night.
So you're dedicated to the baby. That's your first and primary focus in life, taking care of that little baby.
And you know what? Kudos to this young lady. I mean, she's trying to do it. I mean, she's got a job lined up. She started off at Walmart, and now she's moved up into being like a teller, I think, or something like that at a bank. So I mean, she's moving up. She's making a better life for her, which in turn would mean a better life for her daughter. So good on her. And you know, I have the utmost respect for her and her struggle. But man, I can you know, I remember back when, you know, we had our first kid and my oldest, and at night he was so fussy sometimes at night. There were you know, and I trying to be a decent husband, trying to be a good husband and a good dad, and I was working my butt off, but I can remember nights where my wife was so exhausted. Of course, she was working hard too, as stay at home mom or whatever, right? But I would get up at night to take care of the when he was crying and carrying on, what have you, and would get up and give him his bottle or whatever, and there were times I know my wife would come out the next morning, and he and I would have because he was gassy. He was just a gassy baby, and we would both be just passed out on the couch or whatever, and he would be asleep, just laying there on my chest. A lot of times that's the way we could get him to go to sleep, was just to be laying on our chest, where I guess the heartbeat or something was rhythmic enough to where, it would cause him to go to sleep. But those first, several months were just brutal. And, there was two of us, for that. So I can't even imagine being a single parent I just can't.
And that's the right, not that there's a right or wrong answer, but that answer is the right answer, because it shows where your mind is and where your heart is, and where it should be too.
Yeah.
Okay. There were an awful lot of generous people in this country, and we are on social media, and we are on television, and people throughout the world see what happens in this courtroom, and they send in contributions voluntarily and ask me to give them to people I think, to use them toward people who I think are worthy, and you certainly are. So I have a gentleman actually from Eustis, Florida, by the name of Gary Ashcraft, and he sent in $25 and said, please use this to help a single mom who's doing everything she can to help her children, and that's you. So I'm going to use that $25 to pay for your ticket. But I'm going to do a little bit more than that. I mean, since you came in broke today, You have an awful lot of people who send in some money here, so I don't want you leaving here today and not having enough money to take care of your baby. So I am going to, from the generosity of people from throughout the country who have sent in cash, I am going to give you $50 in cash for you to use to take care of your baby.
Thank you.
Okay? And you put that to good use.
Thank you so much.
That's a heck of a thing. You know, if you go to court, you got a couple $100 in fines and penalties. You're in between jobs. You've got a small kid at home, 10-month-old baby girl. Anyway, that is Judge Frank Caprio. Like I said, you can check him out. This is their YouTube channel, Caught in Providence. He's just a wholesome guy. He's just a good guy, and I think he's fair. Sometimes he's tough, you know, but he's always fair. Anyway, I can't just go check out his channel. If you're needing, you know, if you've got some time to kill or whatever, and you're just maybe needing to feel better about things, he's definitely a channel that I would recommend that you check out. And it's called Cotton Providence. Like I said, that's and Judge Caprio is he's a good egg. And he's like I say, he's like 80 years old, right? So he's a good guy. And you know what, guys? We can't have, I don't think we can have Coffee with People and not have a Waffle House story, right? So this is coming from Everything Georgia Twitter account. Evidently, we have a Waffle House food truck. And this says atl.catering@wafflehouse.com. So I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't know. And say this is probably, since it's as ATL, this is probably in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. ATL is Atlanta, Georgia is what I'm thinking. But anyway, as you can see here, that this is a Waffle House truck here to go. There was another picture on down through here. Yeah. They actually set up. I want to think this may be more of like a. I wonder if this is like a catering thing, maybe where you can. I wonder if maybe they just do catering or whatever. So they got something in Dallas area. Maybe they got one in Dallas as well. But maybe Waffle House is getting into the catering business, right? This kind of here strikes me as this is like one, maybe like a golf event, because these guys are wearing these type of shorts. That's kind of like what they wear for their golfing and stuff. Maybe it's just maybe like a scramble or something, and so they had them out there to do it. I don't know. D-Max. Waffle House food truck is not one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Oh Lord. But do they bring the fights? They might. I don't know. Purple. Oh Lord. The Hockey Convention. It might very well be the Hockey Convention, Ren. Oh Lord, mercy. Oh, but that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. I like that. That was kind of cool. So anyway, that's going to conclude the stream for today. Listen, let's see here. Is Nerdy doing anything this morning?
I can still do it, and I'll whip it out
Hold
when
on
I
here.
need to.
So we got a donation here. Frank Caprio says, Peepaw, I sentenced you to a paternity test. Also, I have $1. Oh, me. Okay. Well, I can see that this is going to have to be something that is going to have to be addressed. I, I will address the cooter pot pie allegations. I'm going to have to find them first of all. I'm going to have to find these allegations. Hopefully you guys, let me just check my Twitter right quick. And let's see if any of you guys have actually tweeted at me about these allegations. Let me just take a real quick. I'm looking. No, there's nothing. I don't see nothing. Nobody's tagged me in nothing. Let's see, mentions. Let me go into mentions. I'm looking. No. So there's nothing out there on the Twitter. So you guys are going to have to help me find this up. Okay, Ember Lily says she's going to hook me up. All right, Ember, you hook me up, hon, with what it is. And either we will address it and I will address it tomorrow morning. I will watch the video, I will address the allegations, and I will cover it tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time right here. We will address the cooter pot pie allegations towards Riverter being his daddy. And we will address this, and we'll get to the bottom of this, because I don't shirk from my responsibilities and duties, and like I said, we will address it then. So guys, I didn't see anything out there for Nerdy, so I guess he's going to be doing a show this morning. Dead on Dave. The plans are, as of right now, we're going to have a super spectacular show tonight to make up for last night. And it's Bo Black's Friday. It's Black's Friday. So should have Bo Blacks on there. Don't know who all else might show up. But we'll definitely have got quite a bit of a lineup of stories and things for us to go over and discuss and talk about. Be lots of laughs, lots of giggles and grins and shenanigans, I'm sure. And I didn't see Nerdy John having anything set up for this morning, but as always, you can go check out some of his previous things. And I think that's about it. I've enjoyed our time this morning. We've had lots of laughs. We had a few tears, or at least I did. That young lady, on the Judge Caprio out there in Cotton Providence. That one kind of jerked at my heartstrings a little bit, and it was good to see. I mean, I think that goes to show that we, for all the flaws and all the discourse and ugliness that we have around us, that we can see by turning on television, right? Sometimes even scrolling Twitter. There's a lot of ugliness out there. There are some good, wholesome things that you can watch as well. And sometimes you need to know where those safe places are. You can go and watch videos or get stuff that you can go and watch, and you're just going to laugh and feel good and see there is goodness in this world too. Yeah, there's some ugliness, but there is a lot of goodness too. And so if just remember that, right? And there's always goodness out there, and you just got to know where to look and to find it. So anyway, listen, I appreciate you guys. Evidently, according to Dave, we've got to come up with something to refer to you guys as. I don't know exactly what but maybe we'll come up with something. If I come up with something, maybe we can do like kind of we did on the Twitter thing I did yesterday about the hot dogs. That seemed to be really good weight. Maybe I can come up with something there, and maybe I'll start a Twitter and you guys come in there and kind of help me decide what to call you guys if you guys feel like we need a name to try to I guess help identify who we are or whatever. I don't know. I mean, this is all kind of new to me or whatever, but um on that aspect, because I've never really had people come watch me do shows or interact with me. So like I said, I'm still kind of adjusting to all this, but in some aspects. But anyway, I've loved our time together. Remember, like I said, time is the only thing that we really have that is precious. And when we give our time to each other, that is really a gift that we're giving each other because it's something we can never ever give back. And I think we've all had times in our lives where we watched a show and we thought to ourselves, well, there's 30 minutes I'll never get back, right? Or you've interacted with somebody and it was not a pleasant experience. And you're like, well, there's 20 minutes I'll never get back in my life, right? But just know that when you guys come and hang out with me here of a morning for an hour, I hope that you go away thinking, well, that's an hour I'll never get back in my life because I value and treasure the time that you're giving me. And I love the time that we spend together. And so anyway, until tonight, like I say, hopefully Dave will be up to back to muster and we'll have a good show tonight. I'm looking forward to that because I love doing shows with Dave. We have so much fun and laughter there. And then I will see you definitely tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time right here. And we will definitely be addressing these allegations that have been levied against me that I feel are false. And we may have to wind up on Maury and DNA testing because I don't remember ever having sex with Pooter's mom. And so Pooter, Pooter, what is it? Pooter pot pie? The wafflers. You guys want to be called the wafflers? Wafflers. Okay. Oh man. All right. We'll think about that. I'll put it up on, I'll do a Twitter poll or whatever. I've got a couple of the names that's kind of swirling around in my head. And I'll let you guys vote. You guys can name yourselves and we'll do it that way. But anyway, until then, you guys take care. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed Friday. I hope you have lots of fun. I hope you have some laughs. And I hope it's just a great day for you. And until this evening with Dead on Dave. And if you don't make that, I'll see you here tomorrow morning at 8:30. Remember, keep your powder dry and I'll see you in the funny papers.